This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for June 4th, 2024. It's currently May 15th, 2024, 10:58 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY, at the time of this reading, is currently $527.05. That's USD. The shuffle video for the June 4th reading was created on May 2nd, 2024 at 11:03 p.m. That's the video playing in the lower left corner. So the overall theme and behavior for SPY here is a rally out of an important low. The rally does offer opportunity to either close out of a long or open up a short position, but we're looking at lowest lows for the month based on the 1 month reading. There's a lowest low here for the month, somewhere right around the 3rd, 4th. So I think probably we're actually not, well, you could do a day trade and close out here in the last hour of trading, I would say, probably around just before 3 o'clock actually. Or if you don't want to do a day trade, and probably a better trade would be to hold it overnight and close out of it here in the midst of this sharp drop that we have in the open. We'll talk about it in more detail as we progress through the reading. Behavior around the highest high, we have bearish price swings and or a really sharp drop that'll stand out on a multi-day scale off of the high. Behavior around the low, so we have a notable decline into the low. We do sideways rotation, establishing support around the low, and then there's a notable move to the upside that'll stand out on a one-day chart. And I'm advised to trade around a decline through multiple support levels. And before I get into the hour-by-hour chart behavior, as well as identifying the timing of the highest highs and the lowest lows, I just want to make sure that everybody's aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing, as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. So in the pre-market, we have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. There's 3 pokes through the same trend line around the open, and off of the 3rd poke, there's a sharp decline. We have some sort of bullish behavior, it looks like, or in the first half hour, it's either bullish or just kind of like sidewaysy, bumping around like a price level as resistance, turning it into support, turning it back into resistance, turning it back into support, something like that going on in the first half hour. Off of a peak and probably the day's high around 10 o'clock, we have a notable decline, a sharp decline. That would be the trade. In the midst of this sharp decline, that would be the place I would look to exit out of the short from yesterday. We meet a day's low somewhere between 10 and 12 o'clock, probably closer to the 11 to 12 o'clock hour. Out of that low, there's a rally. The rally offers opportunity to, so somewhere, what I would do is open up a partial between 11 and 12 in the midst of that rally. We're going to bump up against an important range, the upper end of an important range between 12 and 1, and I mean important on like a multi-day scale. We'll meet the upper end of that range, and then between 1 and 2, we have roughly 1 and 2, we have a rally, a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a notable decline. We actually move higher through that upper end of that range. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through it shortly thereafter. I'm advised not to chase that rally through the upper end of the range. That rally ends somewhere altogether, kind of like ends somewhere between 2 and 3. And then I do see a notable move to the upside in the last hour, but it's followed by, at the close, the Ace of Discs, which and the Queen of Discs, which together kind of indicate a notable move to the downside that'll really stand out on a multi-day kind of scale, and that's most likely going to take place overnight and into the 5th. The full card sneak preview for the 5th. I mean, the full card indicates a very good opportunity, an auspicious moment, an unexpected, improbable opportunity that'll stand out. When we look back at the daily trades for June, this trade on the 5th will stand out, and we'll get into that in more detail when we get into the reading for the 5th. That's SPY, my friends. If you guys want to get this information sooner, we've been a little bit behind as of lately because we've been playing catch up, but by the time June comes around, we'll be all caught up. And if you want to get these, the earliest that you can get this type of information is through our early access subscription. This is how you get it. Thanks to everybody for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.